We're all on some kind of quest, aren't we? A search for real, lasting happiness. But what if the map we've all been using is just wrong? Today, we're going to explore a totally different path, one that promises a permanent end to that search. This is the path to Nirvana. And this question, it really cuts right to the heart of our everyday lives. We chase the next job, the next vacation, the next relationship, always hoping that's the thing that's going to deliver that final, lasting sense of peace. But does it ever really? That's the core problem we're going to unpack. And this is exactly why that question is so important. I mean, think about it. So much of our energy isn't just spent chasing pleasure, it's spent actively running away from discomfort, from sorrow, from troubles, from pain. It's just part of the human condition. So instead of offering more temporary fixes or new distractions, the text we're digging into today suggests something pretty radical. It offers a way to find a permanent solution to this endless cycle of chasing and escaping. Okay, so if temporary fixes are off the table, what's the alternative? Let's get super clear about the destination here. What is the actual goal of this path we're talking about? The text gives it a name, mukti. And the key word here, the one to really focus on, is permanent. This isn't about having a good day or even a good year. It's about reaching a state where suffering, as we understand it, just stops for good. Now, you've probably heard other words for this, right? Like moksha or nirvana. The main thing to get is that these are all just different signposts pointing to the exact same place. They're different words for the same ultimate state of being. So, what does it actually feel like? Well, the text describes it as a state of constant, unshakable bliss. Just imagine that for a second. Not a fleeting high, but a deep, resilient kind of joy that has nothing to do with what's happening on the outside. An inner peace that simply is. Well, that naturally leads to the next big question. If this state is so incredible, how do you get it? Who's in charge of handing it out? And the answer? Well, it's one of the most empowering ideas in this whole thing. But first, let's just bust a huge myth right off the bat. A lot of people think of nirvana or liberation as some kind of prize you get in the afterlife. A reward for playing the game of life well, but that is not what this text says at all. The reality is actually way more immediate and way more powerful. This isn't about waiting for something after you die. It's a state of consciousness, a way of being that you can actually achieve and experience right here, right now, in this life. And this is a really crucial distinction. Liberation isn't granted by someone else. It's not a gift you just passively sit around and wait for. No, according to this path, it is a state you must attain through your own hard work and effort. The power is completely in your hands. The text even has a specific name for the person who decides to do this. They're called a mumukshu. This is the person who gets the goal and actively works to reach it, the one who consciously says, okay, I'm going on this journey. And the very fact that there's a specific name for the seeker, a mumukshu, that tells you something important. It shows this isn't just some vague, hopeful idea. It's a recognized pursuit with a clear role for the person putting in the work. So we've defined the goal, and we know it's a path of self-effort. But what does it actually look like when someone gets there? What is life like for a person who has reached this state? Just like there's a word for the seeker, there's a word for the one who's made it. A jivan mukta. This literally means someone who is liberated while still alive. They're the living, breathing proof that this whole thing is possible. So you see, the text lays out the entire journey. The mumukshu, that's the seeker, strives to become a jivan mukta, the one who is free in this very lifetime. The path has a clear start and a very clear finish line. So what does their life look like? Well, imagine living in that constant bliss we talked about. You're no longer thrown around by life's ups and downs. You experience real freedom, right here and now. An unshakable, deep peace that doesn't depend on anything outside of you. And this might just be the most important takeaway of all. Nirvana isn't about checking out of the world. It is not an escape from life. It's a profound transformation within life. A completely new and truly free way of living it. And that leaves us with a final thought to mull over. If this text is right, if lasting peace isn't a gift you wait for, but a skill you can actually build through your own effort, what is the very first brick that you would lay?